In this video, we're going to extrapolate our 3-sentence business plan for the mobile app into a one-page plan. So what you'll notice is we still have those 3 sections: product, marketing, and monetization. And I added a couple of other sections that are also important, and we'll go over them in a second. And that actually completes the one-pager. So there isn't a big stretch because the original 3-sentence business plan actually is already kind of like a 25% or 20% of the one-page plan. So we just have to extrapolate and add a little bit more. So let's go over it in a little more detail. So we expanded the product. And for full disclosure, the reason I'm giving this example is I actually know this business really well. I created mobile apps for business planning in the past. I'm not promoting this at all. In fact, I've kind of moved on from that business, but this example I do know well. And so what ended up happening is I created a series of apps for Android and iOS, and it helped people create a business plan and aided them in starting a business. And it differentiated in 3 ways. It had tools for writing and saving the plan, it had educational tutorials, and it had live help on the app. These days it does not have live help, but it did then. The marketing, again, you've seen this before. I've just added a little bit more text. Mobile App Store search, that just means ASO. And publicity, my website, and social sharing from inside the app. Essentially, people who are inviting business partners to collaborate on business plan writing inside the app. And there's a note here, you'll see, since for most apps, the bulk of the downloads comes from App Store search, that's where the biggest focus is. And that's really the most important thing, is that you have to identify what's your number one most effective marketing strategy so that you can pursue that with your utmost focus. That's a huge make or break moment during your execution and planning. On the monetization end, it still talks about we'll make money through selling educational and coaching upsells and in-app purchases. So a lot of things are still the same. Now, new sections, the target customer, generally young entrepreneurs, because older people don't use apps for this kind of thing. First-time entrepreneurs, again, these are generally younger people who need help and guidance in planning a business. Sometimes when apps are so easy and accessible, they're on the go, so it's for ease. If you want to create an amazing business plan, obviously you wouldn't write it on your phone or even tablet because the screen is a little too small. It's hard to type on it. But this is just for kind of an entry. These apps are for an entry into business planning. The size of the opportunity section, the apps can reach around 1 million people per year. And with monetization of about 10 cents per user on average, it equals to $600,000 per year. So for a one-person business, this is actually a very reasonable salary. Now, the founding team, in this case, it was just me, a single founder business. I'll outsource the design and handle the development, so that's good. Funding, none, very easy. Costs, I just mentioned the $2,000 costs in development and little issues here and there for outsourcing, and that's it. You see, this was one page.